first of all, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here with us tonight. I don't know about you guys, but how excited, I'm excited. I don't know how excited you are for all of the enhancements and changes that are live right now. Come on. Come on. I mean, what Mark and JR did over the last 2 days, and the rest of the team, Chris and Dennis and Kevin and everybody, I mean, it's probably the most amount of announcements and enhancements and things that is going to make the business easier and more profitable than I've seen like ever. Do you guys agree? I mean, it has been some kind of event, huh? So I have something really special planned for you guys tonight. I'm going to take about 15 minutes or so to go through just a couple of slides, but the lion's share of tonight is going to be a special Pioneers panel. And this Pioneers panel is very, very select group of people that have believed in the business as well as the shopping annuity since inception. And so just to give you a little hint, it's probably people you already know. It's Elizabeth Weber, no big deal. Woo! We got Carl Eklund. We got Lenny Allen. And of course, we also have Don Martin. So, yeah. So we have an incredible group, we're going to really have a lot of fun tonight. Some of them haven't even read the questions yet. So their answers are going to be it's pretty cool. It's basically like having a coring with them. Does that sound okay? Awesome. Okay, so I want to get through some of these slides because they are important, and I do want to show you some new things. But I'm also going to be showing these slides some of the slides on the main stage tomorrow, so I'm not going to get too deep into that. Let's get started. All right, so let's just talk about what we do. There's really just 3 result-producing activities. Agree or disagree? Agreed, right? So we use and sell products, we share the unfranchised business and the shopping annuity, and we attend and promote education, which is events, right? And so the reason I always start every single training I do off with this slide is because this company has many tools. They have many websites. They have many ways of making money. You guys agree? And so when you're learning about new tools, there's one simple question you always have to ask yourself. And that question, and this is going to change your world. That question is, how is this tool, or how is this website, or how is this enhancement going to help me to do one of these 3 things? Okay? So when something new gets rolled out, the first question that pops into my mind, like auto whatever, it's always, how is this going to help me to use or sell a product, share the business or the shopping annuity, or attend and promote an event? Does that make sense? So as I show you a couple of things, I want you to ask yourself that. You guys agree we are living in a rapidly changing economy, yeah? But the cool part is that Market America is capitalizing on all of those changes, right? There's a retail store collapse, yes, absolutely. There's a rise in online sales. How many people did more of their holiday shopping? My Christmas shopping was like all online. Raise your hand if you did too. It was like all of it. Like I really didn't do anything offline. Even the stuff I went to a store for was an in-store pickup at Target. One-to-one marketing is replacing mass marketing. People are so over-teched. Does that make sense? Like nobody wants to hold and press 2 for so-and-so. They want to have a relationship. Isn't that true? We're over it. I don't want an ebook anymore. Like I want to hold a real book. I want to have a real relationship. I want to like know who I'm doing business with. And there's a rise in entrepreneurship. Every single year for the last 5 years, there have been more 1099s than the year prior. Because working for yourself, working from home, it's no longer strange, it's no longer taboo. There's a rise in entrepreneurship. And why is that important? It's important because our business capitalizes on all of these trends. But there's one other little thing that we all want to keep in mind. Right, Carl? So just like stores, e-commerce is going to experience a similar collapse. Why do you think that retail stores collapsed? They all had to compete with what? Online. And so when people are going online, they're going online because there's a better what? Price. There's a better price. And so what's happened now is everybody is now flooded online to make those purchases, but we all have the opportunity to compare and contrast, and what do we normally go with? The lowest what? Exactly. And so what's naturally going to happen, it's like science, it's like Darwinism, right? Is it's going to be the survival of the fittest, and the people are going to be competing for the lowest price. But as an unfranchised owner, our answer is going to be simple. So Jordan is going to be playing lacrosse. He's 6 feet tall. It's crazy, and 198 pounds, my 8th grader. It's really amazing to watch him. So he plays football, he's in the middle of basketball, and he's going to lacrosse. He's going to need all kinds of lacrosse equipment. So at Dick's Sporting Goods, they have this pair of Nike cleats on sale for $75.97. They are not a partner store. Now, this other store, Foot Locker, is selling them for $74.99. So it's $1 cheaper. So the average customer is going to choose Foot Locker because of price. Isn't that true? We're going to here's the thing though, as an unfranchised owner, that decision is even easier. Not only do we have so many great partner stores where we have the ability to find something at a better price, like Foot Locker, but Foot Locker is going to include me in that transaction. They're going to include me in the economics of that sale. Right? Because when I pay for that pair of cleats, which I'm going to buy anyway, and I did buy, I'm going to get 5% IBV. So why am I sharing this with you? Because while other customers and other stores are going to be fighting for customers that are really only out there for the lowest price, any stores that are partnered with Shop.com and Market America are going to have the loyalist customers in the world. Because it doesn't matter, right? Like, we're always going to have a great price, but we're also going to be motivated by something else. What are we going to be motivated by? IBV. And so it's a completely different economy. It's a completely different environment. So again, the shopping annuity and unfranchised business are the solution. They combine the best of things. We're changing the economy for 5 reasons, really quickly. Digital aggregation. We find the best products that people want. We match people to product and product to people. We have collective buying power. Guys, this time last year, we only had Shopping Annuity toothpaste. How many people have gone to the Shopping Annuity booth? Has anybody gone? You need to walk through that booth. All of the Shopping Annuity products are on display. We have so many products, and you want to know why? Collective buying power, because we all voted for those products and said we wanted them. We have a referral tracking system. We can track everything everybody buys and award credit. We have the MPCP, the Management Performance Compensation Plan. So we can actually pay you for buying stuff you're going to buy anyway. Do you guys know anywhere else that does that? No, there's rebate programs and other silly customer rewards programs, but it's not the MPCP, right? And then, of course, this is the biggest thing, in my opinion, is shared ownership. The best business owners in the world will tell you that if you really want to motivate people on your team or in your business or in your company, give them a piece of the pie. Am I right? Come on, we all own part of this. We all own our own, so we should be motivated to shop from ourselves. Right place, right time, right company. Right? Every single person in this room spends money to live. There's a rise in entrepreneurship. All of the things are aligned properly. So how do you share the shopping annuity? How do you share that with your prospects? And how do you also couple it with the unfranchised business? JR said it today. The shopping annuity doesn't work unless you build a what? Team. I'm going to ask that question again. It's a very important question, right, Carl? The shopping annuity does not work unless you build a what? Team. Thank you. So first we want to share the shopping annuity, but we also want to couple it with sharing the plan. So we all have our very own shoppingannuity.com/your name. This went live in November. So just like you have a marketamerica.com and a shop.com, you also have this. And I want to show you very quickly, high level, some of the pages and how you can use it to qualify your prospects. You guys heard JR talking about qualifying our prospects a lot today. So on the home page, you have a really quick high-level look. How does it work? So there's 4 ways that it works. Shopping annuity assessment, change your buying habits, right? Creating leverage. All of that is right there. Did you guys hear JR talking a lot about how important it is to talk in themes? Right. So if you can't talk in these themes, these are the themes you need to be able to talk in. But guess what? It doesn't matter. You have a website that at least has all of the basics right there for you, and you can build from there. Carl, when you started showing the plan, did you come out just being able to talk in every theme? No. Neither did I. Actually, I said the weirdest stuff. I said the weirdest stuff when I showed the plan at first because I wasn't ready, right? But you know what was good? It was like that flip chart was like my handicap. It's like no matter what weird stuff I said, at least what was on the paper was right. Does that make sense? That's the same thing here with your website. On the About page, a very important concept for your prospect to understand is the difference between a traditional annuity and a shopping annuity. Again, you might not know how to articulate that, but you don't need to know that right away. And you can get better at it by simply looking at your website and using your website to share the concept. Those 5 ways we're changing the economy, I just rolled that off the tip of my tongue because I live, and sleep and breathe this stuff. But again, on your website, on About page, those 5 ways are right there. There's a simple sentence explanation and a Learn More button for a more deep dive. So what's important about this is you're able to share the concepts, but you're also able to learn how to talk in themes and really grow your vocabulary. The bottom of the site, shopping annuity presentation. Think of this as the shopping annuity plan, okay? This is a really great thing because guess what? At the end of this presentation, what's going to happen is people are going to say, okay, what's BV? What's IBV? How does the MPCP work? Because it says things like the shopping annuity is rocket fuel for the MPCP. So what's the next step after you show the shopping annuity presentation? Show the what? Show the plan, right? And I don't want to spend too much time. I want to leave my time for my superstars. So in that presentation, there's 5 sections, just so you know. Traditional versus shopping annuity. You're already spending it, showing them where they're spending their money on average, based on country. 4 steps to building a shopping annuity, and a close. 5 ways. You can see these repetitive themes, right? It keeps coming back. 5 ways we're changing the economy. It's your choice. Again, this is available on your website. Everybody has it. And it's there for every single country in the primary language. So it's already been localized and translated and available for all countries. How do you fund your shopping annuity? So Lenny, let's say I'm sitting down with you and I'm your prospect. One of the first questions I might be having, because you keep saying something like converting spending into earning is, well, what do you mean by that? Do you agree? People might, we say phrases a lot in life. We say phrases a lot and it almost loses its meaning, or we take for granted that there is a definition that someone might not understand, right? Like I love you. We say I love you all the time. And we say it so quickly off the tip of the tongue that sometimes we forget to put the meaning behind the word. Isn't that true? That's why when with Ryan, I'll be like, all right, I'll see you later, nothing's changed. And then I'll be like, just kidding, I love you. But anyway, convert spending into earning, convert spending into earning. We say it so many times and we take for granted that our prospect might not have any clue what the heck that means. So showing them what it would look like when you're converting your spending into earning, you're transferring your buying to your own products, your own brands, because it's superior, best prices, highest margins, retail value, they're retailable, business 101. And by the way, for everything else, we have partner stores. And do any of those stores look familiar to you, right? So again, don't take for granted what you already know and don't assume your prospect understands that. They may not understand what convert your spending into earning means. Additionally, this is a qualifying page. You have the difference between if you're a preferred customer, a shopping annuity member, or a shopping annuity master member. So you're sitting down with a prospect qualifying them. You're showing them, hey, you know what? You can get a little cash back and leverage some of our technology as a preferred customer. That's the first column. But if you build as an unfranchised owner, you also get the unfranchised business development system. You can participate in the MPCP. You can get all of our brands. You get access to the super IBV. You get access to the shopping annuity brands. You get a force multiplier. You get shopping annuity master member status rewards like free shipping. And you see how this is set up where it's an easy sell to see the what? The plan. You want to show the what? The goal is always to show the plan, even when you're showing the shopping annuity. You have to sell it with the business because the shopping annuity doesn't work unless you build a what? Okay, very good. Training. And again, JR did a great job talking about imprinting today, didn't he? It was pretty cool, wasn't it? So for training, we want to imprint properly. We want to show people the right things to do because they're going to do whatever you tell them to do. So for example, one of the training topics, finding the biggest return for your spending. Where are you going to get the biggest return? On what kind of products? BV products, your own products. So it starts with BV, BV, BV. And so we explain that you're going to get the most for BV, and for everything else, super IBV, shopping annuity brands, and partner stores, and so on and so forth. On the Contact Us page, we all have a little lead capture thing right there, which is great because if someone happens to land on it or you send this website to somebody, they can fill out a form and request more information because we want to show them the plan. Exactly. My favorite part of the website is the mini shopping annuity assessment. Andrew is going to take this live with me tomorrow, which is really great. I'm excited to see how he does. Anyway, this, he's very specific person, so I'm excited to see. Anyway, and I told him not to take it until tomorrow. So anyway, the mini assessment is not to replace your full assessment. The full assessment is loaded with all kinds of extra benefits. This is redesigned and designed to be taken in like 5 to 10 minutes tops. You sit down with a prospect, you ask them a couple of quick questions, they tap their answers. Has anybody ever taken like an online quiz where you're just tapping and there's little bars, and that's how it's designed. So it's not very detailed. It's not going to take like 45 minutes like your full assessment. But the coolest part is when you're done, it gives them a report that says, here's how much spending you're doing that could be going through an unfranchised business. And if you did that with a team of 12 and 12, here's how much money you would make over 1, 3, 5, and 12 years. So do you think if somebody saw that, they might say, show me the plan? Because we want to show them the what? Exactly. It's about the plan. It's always about the plan. Everything we do is about the plan. There's 3 things we do, right? And this is a qualifying tool. You have to be clear on why you're using this. It's not to be used instead of showing the plan. It's a stepping stone to the plan. So Chris talked about this on Thursday, the 4 concepts coming together, the game changers. And I'm not going to go deep into this. But overall, I do want to share, we had a group of about 20 unfranchised owners. It was Elizabeth Weber, Pam Bowling, Lenny, Carl, Ryan, Don, the Whiteds, everybody that you know, right? Everybody that, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna get some water. Hold on. Anyway, so we had them conduct an exercise, and we said the shopping annuity has to be easy, right? We don't want people spending their result-producing activity time doing something like looking for pasta or trying to find the best deal of toilet paper, because as much as we want them to transfer their buying, their time is better spent showing the what? Exactly. So shopping shouldn't be part of the business building activities that you do. It should just be what we do, like Kevin Buckman says, by the way. That was a savage question on shopping annuity trivia, by the way. We do trivia at the booth every day, and one of the questions was people who said it first. It's just what we do, and nobody knew it was Kevin Buckman. I guess I'm getting old. I actually am pretty old. Anyway, so anyway, they all went through this exercise, and they all had about 20 products to search for. And here's what we found. It could be difficult to find the products that they were looking for. There were too many choices. There were crazy bulk items. Not just bulk items like Costco bulk, but like restaurant quality, like I own a restaurant bulk. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants 50 boxes of pasta, but they'll buy 6, right? Like, because we do that at Costco all day, every day. The shipping costs were prohibited. So even if you found everything you wanted, you went to check out, and there were 7 different shipping charges, right? Or it took too long, it was too hard. Everything was like it was too much of too many things. You guys agree? It can be difficult. So JR took that. I just shut it off. I don't know how I did that. Okay, I don't know. Can somebody fix that? I can't. I don't know. Slide 18. Thank you, sir. So while they put up the slide, because it's a joke, but I repel technology. I really do. So JR looked at all that, Mark looked at all that, and they said, we have to fix this. We have to make it easier because the time can't be spent looking for pasta and toilet paper and paper towels. So we want slide 19. Just go to 19. I can do it. maybe. I did it. Did it. So what they're looking for is stores and products that offer compelling shipping. So if they didn't offer free shipping, we're whacking them. They're out. They had to have good brands. If they didn't have good brands, no thanks. We don't want it. Had to have good pricing. If the pricing was ridiculous, no thanks. You don't belong on our website. If you didn't have a good description of the product, sayonara. We wanted products with options, and we wanted to get rid of ridiculous bulk items. Does that sound like a good solution? So, yeah. So let me just tell you, though, because we have some people in the room. I know Veronica and Tanner are in the room. But we put together like a list of like 20,000 products that we pulled in, and we went product by product, and we rated every single one so that we could figure out where all the good ones were coming from and where all the bad ones were coming from. And we did some of this data-driven, but it was a very manual labor of love. It was a huge process, and Vanya and Veronica and Eddie and Jean and Brady, myself, everybody it was just like nonstop, and I never want to look at a package of napkins again in my life. Like, yeah. But what we did was we pulled them all in, and we compared them against Jet.com's data, Walmart, and Amazon's bestsellers. And if there was a 5% difference in price, we whacked them. And what we realized was what we want is a Costco model. We just want about 2,000 great products so that we can get to this point. When someone searches for paper towels, instead of seeing 648 ones, we show them 4 good choices. Do you guys get the power of that? Because I know as a business builder, I do not want to train my team on how to sort through 648 paper towels. It's not worth my time. It's not worth their time. It's not going to make them a lot of money. And really what it comes down to is if it's an easy choice and they can convert all of their spending, that's a lot of IBB for everybody.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, so real quickly, do you guys like the new Shopping Annuity Master Member Program? I mean, guys, this was such a big win. The fact that it's IBV driven and BV driven right now, that's where people get paid, and that's what the goal is. And I don't have to go deep into it. I just want to show you at the booth, we put together this really cool packet. I am going to make it available for download as well. It's just called Achieving Shopping Annuity Master Member. And so for the 1,500 BV per quarter, I put together these like weekly orders of about 125 BV. Because 125 a week is easy to do, right? And so I just kind of grouped them by like genre. I know that's like a music word, but I don't know if it's a product word. But I put them together by genre. So anyway, the nice part is it just makes it easy, right? So you want to try your general health products. Here are the top 5 you should try. It's 124.5 BV. Place an order. Weekly BV equals weekly commissions, yeah? Then we put together multiple examples for doing 300 IBV per quarter. So in this particular example, the person achieved 667 IBV spending $1,900. Do you guys get how powerful that is? Do you want to know what the average IBV was earned on the 3,000 spend? You're going to die. 135. Do you want to know why? Because people were just taking the easy way out. They're going to raise.com and getting 2%, or just going to travel and just getting 3% or whatever. So rather than do that, we want to be IBV driven so it can lead up to commissions. I love this example down here, and I know you can't really see this, but again, this is at the Shopping Annuity booth. You can take pictures, and I will make it available for download. One of them was a single person. She works for shop.com, and she put together everything she did buy, and she included a lot of things that I didn't even think about, like entertainment, like AMC, Groupon, restaurant.com. She eats at Panera twice a week, so she got her things from there. She gets Domino's on there, wine.com. Wine.com is amazing, guys. Like 11% IBV. I mean, come on. Like, I'll just drink a bottle a day just for the BV. Hey. Anyway, all right. So anyway, the book looks like this. It's put together very quickly, but it's ways to hit 1,500, ways to hit 300, and then a little bit about the assessment, because that's the third requirement, of course, for the Shopping Annuity Master Member Program. So again, do you guys like all those changes? And I promised you, and I promise, because, you know, you got all the updates from Chris. He did a great job. You got all the updates from Mark. You don't need to be reiterated. And I'm going to do a lot more tomorrow with Andrew on stage. But what I really wanted tonight to be about was you guys hearing from the pioneers. So there was a group of like about 20 people that did that exercise that really led to the massive action that has happened between August and today. And there's a smaller group of them that have been around since the beginning. And also all of them were in Puerto Rico when the Shopping Annuity was launched. And, you know, you guys set off the little lanterns, and I was in surgery at that point, so having my ACL, FaceTiming with Elizabeth with the pink anti-blemish stuff all over my face. And you guys believed in it before it was a thing, and so I want you guys, we're gonna ask them questions about maximizing their personal contributions. We're gonna ask them questions about business building, and I'm also gonna ask them some basic questions about where we are and where we are now versus where we were then. So without further ado, can you guys give like a giant welcome to, of course, Carl Eklund, Elizabeth Weber, Don Martin, and Lenny Allen. Woo! You guys are the best. Can I go to the bottom? Okay? Yeah. Hey, I love her. Look at her go. Alrighty, okay. Let me give you guys some microphones. I only have 3 extra, so I'm gonna make the boys share and I'm gonna give Elizabeth her own. Go, baby. Okay, so how lucky are we, by the way? This is pretty cool. It's like having a coring with the top people in the world. All right, so we're gonna start off with some conversations, right, from pioneers, and before we get into business building and training and tips, okay? So, these guys have been around since the beginning, before the shopping annuity was like even a thing, right? So I wanna talk about that because we talk about the shopping annuity like it's this real thing, but I don't know about y'all, but I remember hearing stories about how you guys hit director in a year. And you came in with lots of BV, and you just did more. You just didn't trade, and you just maximized everything. So I want you to talk about the original mentality of the pioneers, and then how maybe the shopping annuity is kind of coming full circle to that.
Well, the original, like whatever product we would bring on, we would buy. I mean, we just buy a ton of it because we had to sell it to make money. Right? So we were always focused on being a product of the product. Every product that would come out, it would be in stock, you know, immediately. Yeah. And so we were always kind of brainwashed or success washed.
I love that.
To, you know, first of all, be a product of the product from the get-go. Anything we came out with, we used. Anything. And back then, there wasn't many good things. There was one great product called Thermochrome. And that product, you know, people say, well, how did you, get there so quick? It wasn't just the prospecting and recruiting. It was the retailing and getting customers and getting products in people's hands. You know, everybody thinks I'm a big recruiter. No, I was a big retailer early on because the products did what they said they did. And we were just out pushing Thermochrome, you know, day in, day out, doing 5,000 points a week in that one product. And it wasn't the product, it was the belief that the plan worked. It wasn't really the product, it was the belief that the plan worked, you know? So it's important, you know, to be a product of the product. We have so many products, and you should experience them all at least once so you know what the heck you're talking about.
Did you try Thermochrome before you retailed the heck out of it?
Yes, I did.
Interesting.
I did. I tried Thermochrome. I'll never forget it. It looked like dirt in a pill. And I remember being on the plane, and we were all excited because JR was like, you know, Elizabeth, this is for you. Go out and make it happen. You had to know the whole story, but everybody was into weight loss, you know. And he's like, just go make it happen. And I'm going home on the plane, and I said, this shit better work. And I'll never forget, you know, I took one, and then I took two, and honest to God, it worked. It worked. And like none of the pioneers would believe me. Pam's not up here.
She couldn't make it, but she was gonna come, but she can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I remember even Pam. No, I remember Kevin Buckman. I like punched him in the face because he didn't believe that it would work. Because I had such a belief. I'm like, like nobody would believe that how great this product was until like I shook them and said, no, you just try it. This product is gonna make us millions. And it did. But it was the belief in the plan, because we saw, wow, this plan really works. Yeah. So we did that with every product. We did it with OPC. We did it with all the products that come in, no matter what, and we became products of the products, and we retailed like crazy. Like crazy. Now there's like so many products, right? But that's what we were used to doing. So from the get-go, it's been the shopping annuity for me.
Yeah, it just wasn't called that.
Right. From day one, it was this. But then people forgot about it, and they thought about minimums, and they weren't really trying all the products, and they might try one, might sell one. I'll tell you, we have the best products on the planet. You know, there's no reason why everybody shouldn't be directors in this room.
That's right. And so guys, you all can talk about this however you want. I have some examples up there. You basically just nailed maximizing your BV to Business 101, as well as how using your own stuff leads to retail. Like you think if you heard Elizabeth talking about thermochrome, you might want to try it. That comes from her personal belief in the product and the plan, right? So you have to have that. Guys, other things on there, shopping annuity assessment, how it relates to the home shopping list, shopping annuity retail, you just nailed that. Current polling system versus old school. Remember when JR used to always be about polling, right? Carl, were you ever part of those calls and those emails? What do you guys want? What do you guys want?
Oh, yeah.
I love that stuff. The force multiplier versus the minimum mindset and the maximum mindset. Guys, what do you think? Anything else you want to add?
I think it's really important to think outside of what has kind of taken over in our culture today. I think it's vitally important to think about how great you can be instead of the least you can do. I've noticed so much everywhere around the country, around the world, because of technology, and people see things are becoming simpler, but yet that doesn't mean better. So when you think about it, it's a mindset shift. Success leaves clues. Does that make sense? So it's important to realize that if you want to be a top earner, you need to be a top producer, and you need to do the things that top producers do.
Come on.
Top producers go out and they do the things that work. Okay? I have 3 things that I'm doing in my group right now, and I think this is important for mindset. 3 words I'm using with my team. 1 is engagement. Number 2 is empowerment. And number 3 is duplication. That's been my 3 focal points since the first of the year. Engagement, empowerment, and duplication. Start engaging with people again. Stop texting people, right, and trying to do business through text. There's nothing wrong with using text to initiate conversation, but when something important has to be talked about, where they need to hear an emotion, you need to engage them with a real conversation, right? Instead of making a post on Facebook, show up at somebody's door that you know and say, hey, I was just in the area, I want to talk. Get back. That is the things that work, right? So, but that's the mindset that you have to find. It's not how little can I do to get the most reward. It's how much can I do that'll give me the most reward. Does that make sense? Thanks.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, you can say.
I think from one of the perspectives, and I certainly came on board a little bit later, and I can speak more for the UK first before I speak about the US. But one of the things that I experienced first is thinking about step 2 in the plan. 5 ways to establish an unfranchised business, and step 2 is, okay, you don't know, my God. Okay, create volume, BV and IBV. Well, if you want to shop an annuity, one of the first things I thought, and this is the mindset I inbred in my team and certainly in the UK and spoke about around the world, you've got to be thinking, as a coach, what do you want? What do they want? The shopping annuity is the one thing we have and the only thing we have that focuses so much more on what people want than what you're trying to sell them. When you approach the shopping annuity from the point of view of, first of all, from an unfranchised owner, the mindset you need to have is we are creating volume. What do we get paid on? Volume. What do we get paid on? Volume. So one of the things you must think first of all is, I have just applied. Second thing is I must create volume. How much? Well, how tall does a tree grow? A tree can grow as tall as it should grow. So how much volume should you create? As much volume as you need. Now, do you want the 3,600 that's in America, or the 2,040 in the UK, or whatever it is in any other country? Well, if the plan can produce that much, how much should you go after? So why do the minimum? It won't get you there. So you need a maximum mindset in order to achieve that by creating as much volume as you can. Does that make sense? And it is step 2 of the plan. It is the most vital part of the plan. Okay.
Do you want to answer this one or want me to ask the next one? It's up to you.
Well, I'll just chime in and say, is my mic?
I don't think so. Oh,
Is this one working? Sorry, I'll take that one
Elizabeth,
back in a
you
minute.
duplicated yourself.
It's interesting for me because I was introduced to Market America and the whole concept after Thermochrome 5000. I had no access to that. It was OPC3 that I was approached with, and that's what I fell in love with. But when I went to see the plan, when I didn't even want to see the plan, it was internet marketing and the shopping annuity that really got my attention. And people thought I was, at first they started buying in, and then for the last year they thought I was a little crazy because I was behind JR saying the shopping annuity, the shopping annuity, shopping annuity. And I knew he was right. But you got to understand that it had never been done before. And I want you all to understand something. What JR is trying to do and what Market America has done now has never been done before. But I never lost faith in JR. And I know you didn't either, Elizabeth. We said he's going to figure it out, and I want to tell you why it's been figured out. A lot of it has to do with the woman sitting right next to me right here, Sarah Rose Stack. Her and Chris Petticourt, they deserve a standing ovation right now because she has helped make this happen. I want to give her one right now.
Rose.
They have made the changes necessary to make JR's vision work, and it wouldn't have worked without you. And I know that for a fact because we talk a lot. And we used to talk and say, this is a genius concept, but sometimes you have to tell the emperor they're not wearing any clothes. And Sarah's not afraid to do that, so I love you for that.
Thank you.
I just say something. I just want to give a plug to Team All In.
Yeah.
I see you're all here. Yes, good, all right. Thank you very much.
That was weird.
You guys, you have some good geese on your team, Elizabeth. You got some good geese.
And by the way, forget everything you saw today with that goose thing.
All right. So real quick, this one, I want to get to the training part, but real quick, when JR brought everybody to Puerto Rico in 2015, I was having serious FOMO because Ryan's calling me, texting me. I FaceTime with you. Remember that? And there was something that made you go, okay, this is going to work, before it was a thing. And I know you've been there before with JR with the plan, and it happened again in 2015. What was, in like a couple words, what was the one thing that really hit you?
Well, JR's a visionary, and I've known that since the day I met him. And whatever he has said has come to fruition. That guy is tenacious, he's passionate, he wants it for everybody, and he's going to change the world. It's whether or not we're all with him. I'm with him. Who else is in? So what was the question?
That was the question. You answered it. You
Did
answered
I
it.
answer it? Oh, good.
I have an answer for that one. That first boot camp in Puerto Rico, when we were on a conference call, Elizabeth was on, myself, and a few other people in JR.
I had to get you guys all to believe.
Well, when I suggested we did the boot camp, at first everyone on the call said no one would come. JR was afraid too. He goes, I don't want to ask people to spend money to go to Puerto Rico a month before World Conference because they won't come. And he goes, they'll crucify me, they'll hang me. And I said, JR, I think they'll come. And he goes, Carl, if you think you can put 100 to 200 people in that room, and Elizabeth and I got together, we had 200 people the next day agreed to come to that, and that revolutionized everything, and that was the beginning of everything.
You needed that support.
And I remember, but from that first Puerto Rico seminar, I remember your husband Ryan sat there at one point and said, "It makes no sense for people not." I'll never forget this. Just he goes, "It makes no sense for people not to do the shopping annuity. It costs them more money not to do it, and that is what you all need to understand."
I was there. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about what I heard that day and what actually was validated to me about a year ago. It was funny because when he started, I remember when he said the term shopping the first time. Remember, it was at a world conference.
Yeah.
He was on stage. He said it, and like him and Andrew, remember they were showing product,
Yeah.
and they looked at each other like, "Wait a minute, that makes sense." Kind of like they just thought of it, But when they were talking about the shopping annuity and how collective buying power can work and how consumers have the control and all these different things, right? At first, we're thinking it seems like what our business has been this whole time, especially people who've been around a while. But here's what happened to me. I went to a conference about a year ago. I spent $2,500 to go there. It was on voice. It was essentially on, because as you guys see, things change, technology changes, and as certain technologies get oversaturated with advertisement, people move somewhere else. It's like what's happening on social now. People are going to, but it was on voice, like Alexa and Google Home, right? It cost me $2,500 for the day. I just wanted to meet the people that were in that room from a prospecting standpoint. But here's what happened. I'm talking about representation from Google, Amazon, Pandora, all the big dogs were there. And they were like the senior people. And they were taking turns speaking. There was only about 250 people there. And they were taking turns talking on where the market's going and how much money they spend just to try to get consumers' attention. Now listen to this. Google's one of the top dogs was up there. And he said last year, I just did some research, and listen to this. He said global ad spend, now this was for 2017 now, last year, what companies spend, what we as the big conglomerate companies are spending, was 570, in US dollars terms, it was $573 billion, $500 billion just on advertisements, on things like radio ads, TV commercials, billboards, and all those type of things, even Google ads. He said, but here's the problem with that. He goes, here's where we're falling short. Now, you got to understand, talk about the big company. Here's where we're falling short. We're spending $500 billion collectively, but only 7% of consumers make a buying decision based upon the ads that we're spending $500 billion on. He goes, you know who has the power today? Consumers. He said the consumers are the ones that create, listen to this now, 93% of buying decisions happen because of either a peer review, a social media post, or a friend telling another friend to do it. I literally near fell off my chair because I'm thinking to myself, right? We are exactly what Jared's been talking about, where if we could collect our buying power, those companies will not just look towards marketing America just to be a piece of their marketing budget like we are currently, a piece of a larger scale, but you're gonna come find a time very, very soon, because our influence from an individual level is more powerful than any other influence in the world. And when we continue to grow and we all expand with the proper pattern that we were taught today, we will get to millions of people. And when there's millions of people that have real life influence that causes buying powers, these companies are going to pour money on top of this company. I can't sit down. But anyway, are you guys getting that? So that's where we're at.
Huge.
So I do want to get to the next thing, but I do think this is an important question. No, it's the third question. Well, that's okay. We're going to get to the third question. So it's an important one, though. So after seeing the enhancements and the continuous growth of the shopping annuity products, Super IBV, the systems, the tools, everything that Mark and JR have really, and Chris have rolled out, what do you think about the future of the shopping annuity right now? Where we are right now and where we're going?
I think what JR talked about it being an actual investment tool that everyone's going to want and own a shopping annuity. And it's going to create more buying power. And it's going to, force prices down, commissions up. And there's going to be a lot of people in this room who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars just by spreading the word.
I think these enhancements are fabulous, but it never mattered because for me it was always the future of the company. I looked at it and said, JR says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I think if you look at us up here right now, all of us believed in that before we had it. It didn't matter to us. It was always, if that's what's going to happen, that's what we're going to sell that vision, and that vision's going to come. And I'm telling you, what I saw this weekend, you guys are making it happen.
It's like mind-blowing that we're
it's
here.
It's mind-blowing. It
No.
really is. It's like we saw it before.
Lenny?
I guess I'm done.
I think one of the interesting things about exactly what happened today and yesterday is all of a sudden we can position the business as a lifestyle business that people who are, whether you're conservative in your work, in your purchases or whatever, or you're flamboyant or extravagant in your purchases, you suddenly find something you can now match. We say we match product to people and people to products. Lifestyle is really what it's about. Whatever your life is, through the assessment, through the different products, through the ease with which we can now get products that we use we already said it's an already anyhow type of business. But now we are seeing it in the product ranges and in the offering. So not only will we make more money, but we'll have things that we use on an everyday basis. And it's the best way to create belief in the company, in the products, in yourself, in the system, knowing that it's producing exactly what we say. So when you go to someone, your posture all of a sudden can change. You no longer need to be afraid to stand up and share the shopping annuity with anyone, because the question is, do you shop? Do you get paid? Would you like to? Let me show you how. And what is likely to be your next purchase? What is likely to be your next purchase? Let's see if we can save you some money. Let's see if we can find what you're going to buy and save you some money and at the same time make you some money. So if we can do that, our postures are different. It's a no-brainer, and everybody wins. And that's what we want.
That's right.
Listen, don't bet against JR. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, that's the future. I'm 19 years, and when he makes up his mind, not only does he talk about it all the time, but he gets jewelry made out of it. He wears T-shirts. Like, he won't stop. Like, it's like, and there's never been a time, right, that he said something was going to happen that didn't happen. It might not have happened as fast as he wanted it to. It might not have happened as fast as we wanted it to, but it always ends up happening, and it ends up being better than we thought ever was possible. That's where the shopping news is going. Just get on board. Blind faith.
I've learned to listen.
You guys, 1984, there was a newspaper article, and JR was quoted as saying, one day people are going to buy things from their computers. And by the way, at that point, people didn't even have computers in their homes. You were like totally weird if you had a personal computer. So for this guy to be giving a newspaper interview, like, they thought he was a whack job. Like, think about it. One day everybody's going to buy stuff from their TV and buy it on their computers. And they were like, okay, you know what I mean? And so, like, but it happened, right? One day you can get paid for everything you buy. It's happening, right? Just like they said, never bet against them. So for these next questions, if you have something to say, we don't all have. It's up to you guys. So maximizing your personal contribution. So basically, everybody on this panel feels like we're not doing a minimum anything. We want to maximize our personal contributions. But for people that are just getting started, it can be a little overwhelming which products to start with or which stores to start with or whatever. So I want to ask these questions again. It was very helpful for people to know what our favorites are, what maybe they want to start with. So top 3 exclusive products you use every single month. And I just put some of the top areas up there, genres. The health and, I keep saying that, what are categories? Thank you. Health and nutrition, skincare, cosmetics, household essentials, all of the above, whatever you want. Top 3 products and why?
De-aging body balm. I can't
What?
live without that. The de-aging body balm.
Oh, what is that? I literally don't know what that is. Is that Cell Labs?
Cell Labs, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what that
Cell
is.
Labs, yeah. Neither me or my husband can go without that. As a matter of fact, we were both upset that we both forgot it this weekend.
Oh.
And I'm like, how can you forget the de-aging body balm? He goes, how can you forget it? But I love that product, can't live without it. I use all the products, of course. I like the OPC Beauty Blend. I use the Beauty Blend. I love it. I can't live without that. I can't live without a lot of the products.
This is a hard question to ask
It
when
really
you use
is.
everything.
I have so
It is.
many great products. I mean, I take it all. I don't want to get old fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do, and I've been on the product
still
for
27.
26 years.
But you're only
you know?
27.
You know, I was thinking today, sitting in the audience, going, what's going to be like in 20 years?
You're going to be 27.
No, forever 33. Forever
For
33. Yes.
Oh, like the Angels, 333.
Yes, exactly. But I love all the products. I can't just pinpoint, you know, I love them all.
Yeah. So, does anybody else have a product like that you just cannot live without that maybe someone in the audience should try if they haven't? Yeah.
Is this working now?
Yes. It is. Hold it closer.
We're back. Isotonics for me, I have hereditary high blood pressure runs in my family. The magnesium product, our Isotonics magnesium, can help so many people, it's not even funny. The new Lumiere to Be men's line, I think, was the best thing they've come out with because men actually want to feel and look good too. So,
You look
Thank you.
handsome.
and I just love all of our products. Our Snap products too. It's like there's not a better product line. Snap products, they're so concentrated. If you use them properly, they last forever. You save a fortune. Why wouldn't everyone do this? I don't understand it. So,
I think at the moment, for me, it's aloe, Ultimate Aloe. I tell you why, because I used to take it, but I used to take it every so often. And then I find that as I do more meetings, as I'm speaking on whatever, there's a little thing that comes in the back of the throat, it doesn't feel right, and I feel I need to get it rectified. But there's a product that I heard about years ago, nothing related to us, I don't even know if we had it, but it was something that they say you could, it was like, maybe it was like Windex, and they said you could put it in your car, you could clean your house, you could do whatever with it. And I think Ultimate Aloe is the one thing we have that does almost every single thing you need
does.
to happen with your body. So I use aloe to repair everything.
Everything.
If it's my knees, if it's my throat, if it's my gut, whatever. Aloe has been my healer. So that's my favorite product at the moment.
So drink plenty of aloe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate Aloe, anytime.
Yeah. By the way, Lenny, I just learned about this because first of all, I take aloe as well, but I took it for digestive reasons. But Charlie Bayer said, "Is that who taught you
That's who
too?"
taught me.
That's who taught me.
That's who taught me.
So basically, Charlie Bayer, he goes, what? There's one product that we have that has 200 more nutrients than our multivitamin, and I was like, what? And I couldn't think of what he could 200 more than our multi.
That's right.
He's like, aloe. What?
I couldn't believe it.
Mind blown.
it's true. My wife says, I tell her I lost my key. She says, drink some aloe.
There you go, it can solve everything.
It's true though. We keep cases of it
Yeah.
because I'm not kidding, don't we?
Our kids
Because
are-
if I run out of it, my granddaughter is yelling. I mean, she needs that aloe every single day.
And I tell you something else. What also convinced me, I was using it then, so now I get onto the product and I'm using it. I'm at the barber shop, and the barber starts complaining for some pain or whatever. And I was thinking, what do I have? What do I have? The car was parked in front of the barber shop, so I ran out, got a bottle of aloe, went back in and said, try this. And so he tried it. I said, take 2 more. He took it. 5 minutes into the thing, he started saying, do you know what? I feel better. I knew he wasn't feeling better, but at least he said it. And then I kept telling him, you're going to feel even more better after you keep drinking this thing. So he's my regular customer for aloe.
That's awesome.
Pick a product, Don.
I want to say, first of all, for shaving, I have more surface area than most people to shave. So, the Lumiere de Vie cleanser, the men's cleanser is like liquid silk when you shave. How many people are using it for shaving already?
I didn't know
That's just not right. 4 people? Seriously. How many people in
That's
here
not right.
shave? I mean, if you shave, that stuff is absolutely epic. It is the best product we've ever had to shave with, and it's skincare. Second one is the children's the vitamin D and probiotic chews. The probiotics and the vitamin D. I'm telling you right now, I have an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old, and not one of those kids has ever been on an antibiotic in their life. And they've been taking probiotics and those vitamin D since they come out. So that would be my 3 favorites for sure.
Awesome. So you kind of just shared a little bit of a shopping annuity hack, or a BV hack. So, and you invented the idea of the BV hack. So let's do BV hack. So BV hack is, what is one way you use one exclusive product that isn't like typical? So for example, you know the beard oil? I love the beard oil. I don't have a beard. But I love the beard oil because there's argan oil in it, and so I always put a little bit in my hands, and I just, at the bottom of my hair, and it gets rid of all the frizz and the flyaways. So I actually use it for hair care.
Me too.
Oh. So anyway, so I like hearing about a product that people use consistently, that they use kind of differently, because like I learned about how I should be using Clear Shield from y'all. Why don't you share that one? Because we have so many barbecues. Why don't you share that one?
Clear Shield is awesome, and that probably has more hacks than almost anything except for aloe, actually. But no, Clear Shield is an amazing product. It's been one of my favorites since we started. It's an invisible barrier in your hands. You can't even tell it's there. But if you're going out to garden, it keeps the resin from the poison ivy and sumac from adhering to your skin, so it can wipe off and wash off. It keeps stains from penetrating your hands, whether it be like a physical stain or even like a visible stain or a scent. So if people are cooking with onions or things like that, that product is amazing, and it does so many things.
I didn't know that either. So like, when you're like chopping onions or garlic and then you smell like it for 2 days, that's awesome. I never would. So for me, like I always thought Clear Shield was a product for people that like to do things in their garden. I'm just not one of those people. Like I thought of it as like a gardening protection thing, and then I was like, oh, it's great. And mosquito bites, guys. Like if you're outside, it can protect you from that. That's pretty crazy.
My brother's been using it at his shop too. My brother's a mechanic. He works on Ben's cars, Ben Ginter's cars at the shop that Ben takes his cars to, ironically enough. And they all put it on every 4 hours. They don't need to use that really like abrasive Gojo soap that makes their hands dry out and crack. Because literally all it takes is a little soap and water when they have the Clear Shield on. The grease and grime literally just washes right off.
Does it have aloe in it?
Yeah. It's a
aloe in
treatment.
Do you want to share one?
Sure. Anybody try the vitamin C and E VitaShield?
Oh, I love that.
I've been using that for 20-something years since it came out, right? I mean, it's good for everything, and it's not just, for your face, because if I get a hangnail or a scratch or a cut, all you got to do is put a little VitaShield on it, and there's no pain. Like, it just alleviates any kind of pain. So I love that product. I use it for everything. And I have one more. What are the pads? The 1 and 2 pads.
Oh yeah, the acne things. The alpha something.
Alpha hydroxy 1 and 2 peel. That product there isn't just for cleansing your face. Like in the summer when you get hot and you just want to feel like totally refreshed, you just do the 1 and 2 and you start all over. It's amazing.
And VitaShield is like probably the highest BV ratio per dollar of
Yeah.
all the products in the company. So, oh yeah.
I mean, I still have, I don't even know how many customers with VitaShield just because of that one product. And then, of course, you get them on other products. But VitaShield, Mocha tonics.
It's okay if you don't hack. We want to hack.
Well, my hack was before I just heard Don talk about the new Lumiere to V cleanser. I used to use the Skintelligence cleanser as a shaving cream because I don't want to buy shaving cream because I only buy BV products in my house.
Well, now you can buy the charcoal one. Yeah.
I use this is Cellular Lab de-aging moisturizer, silver bottle, about 30 BV thereabouts. But I use it for people wonder a lot of times, when I go somewhere, how do you smell so good? And I say, well, I use an undercoat. The undercoat is literally that. I don't just use it as a skin moisturizer. I use it all over. And then, for people like you, I do smell good. I smell wonderful. You can come, have a test, 10 pounds. It's a BV product. Anyway, but the point is that for people that can't use aerosols, some people don't like using sprays. Some people don't like using sprays, but you could use it. Because I sold a whole bunch to my friends who don't use the actual aerosol sprays, but they use the moisturizer as a underarm type of thing, and they use it all over their body, and it has sunscreen in it too. So 30 BV, you can use it for almost anything on your body, and it makes you smell good. De-aging moisturizer, and
Cell
it's
Labs.
Cellular Labs. Cell Labs.
Cell Labs, everybody loves that.
30. I think it's body cream. Body cream, and yeah, it's the same one. I love it.
Can I share?
Anyone who would like to sniff Lenny afterwards in the back of the room.
No sniffing, just buy the product.
he said no, thank you. Can I share one more? I just like the new rose. Is it rose or rosé? Rose. It's the rose spray. I'm all on wine.com, so I called it the rosé spray, but apparently it's just the rose spray, which is part of my name. I should not have an issue. Anyway, so the rose spray, you know how like when you go to like a bed and breakfast and you go to lay down and like the pillows are all sweet and yummy and they kind of smell good? If you spray that rose spray on your pillowcase right before you go to bed, it is like so calming. And it's so relaxing. You just lay down. I mean, you don't want to go ham on it, but just a couple of little sprays and lay down and you sleep in a bed of rose petals. It feels amazing. And it's really a great idea. Somebody else told me about it and I've been using it for that too.
Do you have any with you?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you some tonight. Yeah. All right. And before we move on to business building, I want to ask one more question for you guys. What's your favorite shopping annuity resource? So shopping annuity assessment, the mini SAA, auto ships, deduct, any kind of resource that you
I know
love.
mine. The new mini assessment that you came out with, I think is one of the most powerful tools. If you're not using this mini assessment, if you have a new potential partner that you're talking with and you're not sending them to your shoppingannuity.com/your name website where they can put in that mini assessment that actually gives them real numbers where they can see how much money they could potentially make, you're out of your mind because that's what it's designed for. It's fabulous. It only takes a few minutes for them to do it, and it gives them real numbers to work with. I think it's genius.
And it leads to showing the what? Amen. Can I get an amen? All right, anybody else? Great. Consensus. Anything else? We're good? All right, let's talk business building. So and I think Elizabeth kind of hit a little bit on this, and if anybody wants to answer, how does a shopping annuity grow your retail efforts? So for example, give an example of where you were a product that you sold, you were first a product of the product of. For me, it was all of my sales. I was a product of the product of first, but would you agree?
I think originally it was always OPC3, but when I found out that we could have trim tea in UK, that actually allows people to lose weight and all the rest of it. Since I finished doing sports, I've always had an issue with working late and doing all the rest of it and putting on weight or losing them, up and down. And then I thought, well, let me give this a try. I tried it, it worked. In 5 months, I think I went 32 pounds. I lost 32 pounds. I lost 4 jean sizes, and I went from a 54 to a 46. And I 44 waist to a 38, stroke 36. And so that was good for me. Even whilst I was here for the conference, I spoke to somebody and was able to sell the product to someone in the UK. I've consistently sold the trim tea to different people all over the place as a result of what it done for me. Because someone did a little video of me, and then I used that little video and shared the story, and I was able to keep retailing that and making money from that. So
That's awesome. And I just wanna say, like, the reason why you sold that is because you had a personal story to share.
100%.
So you guys, like, nothing's changed, right? With social media, with technology, it's all about creating personal testimonials or sharing a third-party one. Like, I will share Lenny's testimonial to promote Trim Tea. Ryan Stack, when Trim Tea first came out, I want to just share the story. It's funny, but it's so true. Like, we all make this mistake. When Trim Tea first came out, Ryan's like, I'm going to sell Trim Tea. So you know what he did? He gets a picture of the Trim Tea, puts it up on Facebook, and he lists, I gotta stand up for this, I'm sorry. He lists all the ingredients, and trim is amazing, you're gonna lose weight. Now mind you, my husband's 140 pounds soaking wet. And guess how many people liked his post? 4, and it was me and his kids. So, nobody wanted, guess how many sales we made? None. So then I'm like, babe, what are you even doing? You've been doing this for 14 years. You don't sell product like this. You have to share your story. Or somebody else's story. I get it, right? So you know what he does? My 140-pound husband, he starts taking Trim Tea. So he took it for a solid, what is it, it was a week, right? 5 days. You guys talk to him more than I do, apparently. But so they're taking it for a week. And literally he was like, babe, I gotta stop taking this. I can't even, my pants are falling off. I'm losing weight. I can't afford to lose weight. So then my husband puts another post up. And Heidi, you saw this. It was, to me, I had to call him. I was like, you remember this post? He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so, by the way, most of us, myself, I have to work hard to lose 4 pounds. It's like a job. I have to think about it. I gotta work, I have to think about everything that I eat, everything I drink. I'm exercising, I'm running. My husband's like, oh man, I'm so frustrated. I've lost 5 pounds. And this is his personal story he's sharing on social media. So I'm at dance and I'm texting him like, babe, you sound like such a jerk right now. Take that down. Share someone else's story. Your story sucks. And he's like, oh yeah? And then he's showing me text messages and private messages of people buying the product because of that. So it doesn't matter how stupid your story is. If it's a real story, it's going to connect with somebody. Don, give us an example of where you shared the shopping annuity and that led to showing a plan and creating a new business partner.
So I do a lot of professional networking when I'm out in the building mode, just kind of going out and getting a chance to meet business owners, other business owners in the area. So I'll attend things like Chamber of Commerce mixers and things like that, just so I have a good opportunity to go out and meet people that are already business owners. It's a little bit of a pre-qualifier. When you get an organization that takes a lot of your time, you want to make sure that you're effective in your timing. So when I'm there, what I typically tell the people that I meet with is just quick 30 seconds back and forth. I just let them know that I'm basically an online product broker, and I have a proprietary platform that helps people save money, whether it's for their business or for their home. And a lot of times it can convert into income for people. So I keep it really, really simple. And literally, I say that pretty much to a T every single time. And I would say probably the past 5 to 10 personal sponsors that I've had that came from an organic approach, they were all based upon that. And that just leads to appointments automatically. So it's pretty straightforward. The 30 second. Yeah, I say I have an online, I'm an online product broker, and I have a proprietary online platform that helps me help people save money for either their personal or their personal life or their businesses, and in a lot of cases it can create extra income also.
You do?
Yeah, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
We do the exact same thing.
Do you guys not like any of the mics? You want mine?
I teach people how
This
to
one
make a
actually
lot of-
works now.
I just tell people, I teach people how to make a lot of money online. You know, and that's my big one-liner. And every single one of them says to me, can you teach me? Every person says that. And it's how you say it. It's not so much what you're saying, it's how you say it. Like, I teach people how to make a lot of money online, and then I shut up. If they don't ask me any questions next, I don't even want them. They're not even interested. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's how you say it.
No, it is how you say it, and I've learned this hanging out with Elizabeth a lot. And people ask me, and I have a bunch of prospects set up for this week when I get home, because I would just talk to them, and when I see them, like I recently had to pick my car up from a body shop having some work repaired. It was in an accident, and the guy, I watch him doing everything at this place. He's crazy busy, and I just look at him afterwards. We're chatting as I'm picking up my car, and I go, man, they got you doing everything here. How long you worked here? He goes, 3 years. I said, do you like it? I knew the answer. The answer was no, because everyone's looking for him, and he's working like 70 hours a week. Everyone's miserable he talks to. And I said, have you ever thought of owning your own business? He goes, not really. Well, it's kind of, yeah. But he goes, I don't know what I would do. He goes, what do you do? And I said, I show people how to make a lot of money online. The first thing out of his mouth, can you show me? And I said, sure, write down your contact information. I'll have one of my people call you. I don't have any people, it's me, but I just told him that because it sounded cooler.
I think for me, I do assessment classes sort of once a month or every 6 weeks or whatever. But what I found that happened for us is the team were bringing people to the classes that was happening, and they'd have seen the UBP or not seen the UBP, but it was moving them further along the process. Nearly every person I've recruited in the last year and a half is somebody I use, either Elizabeth's line of, do you want to learn how to make 2,000 in England, £2,040 a week over 2 to 3 years? And the answer is always, doing what? Online. And I just leave it like that, and then the conversation starts. For me, it's always about a conversation, and you know how big I am on a financial number. So I sell people a number. I know it's all part of the system. I know it's all £2,040, but 3,600 in the US is a number. It's a financial number somebody wants, somebody's selling them. We are selling a number. We're selling 3,600 a week from one business development center, or what I call a virtual location. So I talk to people along that wise and say, okay, it's going to take us some time to do this, but you can start earning right away. When I show them that, because the retail side will allow them to earn right away, they actually want to engage in the process. Now, I know I do the JR model of take them in the system and go down the line and the ABC and wait and lead to other people and evaluation, because that's how I was brought in, like Elizabeth, that's how I was brought in. So I use that to help people along the way, and I've found that nearly all of the people that I've spoken to on that wise don't start thinking they're doing something for me, they see it as something for them. If I say to you, how much, if you chose to or had to stop working tomorrow, what would be the number or the amount that you could live on? And they say to me, whatever the number is, it's their business. That's what they're going after. So they go to work to solve their problem, and I don't have to fight them to buy, because the whole point is concept conversion because of convenience. That's what I teach them. Concept, conversion, convenience. Convenience shopping is all about conversion. They say, you're trying to recruit a lot of people. No. I'm not trying to recruit you. Can you convert? Do you want to redirect your spending and get paid for it? That's the conversion process. Redirecting through shop.com, that is the conversion process. When we say convert your spending to earning, we're talking about redirect from where you used to shop through shop.com and getting paid. If they buy into that, then I know I can start building them along the way, getting more people, leading to more people who want to convert, not want to be recruited. No one wants to get into anything. So I want to help them do that, and I've managed to do that all the time. So.
That's awesome. Wasn't that awesome? Help you guys a lot. My, I'm just thinking back 26 years ago when we didn't have all this stuff. And I had to, talk to 20 people a day because I didn't go to bed till I talked to 20 people a day. You guys heard my story. And it didn't matter where I was or who was in front of me. I mean, I still have fun with this business. I had fun. I mean, I'd be at a red light and I would go like this when we have the roll downs, like roll down your window. And I would be, if I could show you a way you can make a 6-figure residual income without giving up what you currently do, would you be interested? And they were like, yeah, I pull over, you know. I had so much fun with it. And
like a police officer.
no, I'd be in the ladies' room,
Lights.
and people would be talking, and there was this one conversation where the mother and daughter were talking about how after like 5 years they were finally going to Hawaii, and I'm in the stall going, you know, wait for me, I'll show you how to get there faster next time. And I just had fun, and you just gotta have fun with it. So what if they say no? It's like nothing happened. You're still okay. You know, so I say have fun with it, talk to everybody about it. I used to be like going to a UBP like years ago, and I knew that the person coming up to me wasn't even part of the business, but I would say, have you heard the great news? I mean, just crazy stuff, just having fun. And it's not that even any of those people panned out, but it got me out of my comfort zone. We had fun with it. People saw we had fun with it. And, you know, it started a culture, you know. And today, I mean, everybody out there is looking. Everyone. I don't care how much money they make, they're looking. Whether it's the money, the time freedom, you know, friends, whatever. They're looking for something. So you got to talk to everybody.
I love that. All right, Carl. Woo! Carl, you've done a lot. You've brought a lot of people on, and you're really good, and you help and you support your team. What is the number one tip? And everybody always asks this at the end. They'll come up, can I just ask you for one tip, right? You guys get that all the time from new people. So what is the one, if you could give them one tip for a new UFO getting started implementing the shopping annuity in their household, what would it be?
That's a great one. I still love the home shopping list. Everyone has to fill out a home shopping list. And I'm not the type of partner that brings people in and says, you have to throw out all your stuff that you had previously, because I just think it's wasteful. It's like, but as you run out of stuff and I come over to your house, I don't want to see Prel in your shower. I don't want to see any Dove, or I don't want to see Dawn dish detergent on your countertop. You have to, the first thing is a product of the product. You have to become a product of the product. And it starts with a home shopping list, and people can see where they actually spend their money. Because I look at people and say, look, this is not about spending money you don't have on things you don't want or need. JR's whole concept is about spending the money you already spend, just transferring it to BV products. Whatever we don't have in our BV market, you transfer to an IBV product. That's it. And now what has happened with what you have done, you've made the IBV end of it actually make sense. Where people are going to start seeing IBV, like JR always said, BV's the lake, IBV's the ocean. You see that happening right now?
Yeah.
If you don't, you're not paying attention. Thank
right.
you for everything you've done, Sarah.
And the team has done so much. And Carl, I love what you just said. I also, did you hear Elizabeth? What are you doing in their shower? That was great.
Just looking.
Carl sponsors people.
I look around Elizabeth's house too and check up on her too, so don't worry.
Yeah. No, but actually, Carl, I agree with that. Like what you're saying is, and that's kind of like what you're saying is funny. Like you said that years and years ago, and who else said it? Amber Yang, going around the houses and kind of looking at people's things. I'm like, that's why we put the shopping annuity house as the booth, because we wanted to show people like what a shopping annuity house really should look like. It's a lot of BV products.
And it's not to embarrass anyone, it's just to explain that's our culture.
Yes.
Like Kevin Buckman said, one of the questions was, what do we do? Why do we buy tickets? It's what we do.
It's what we
Why
do.
do you buy BV products? It's what we do.
Don, what about you? Tip for a new person
Real
starting.
simple. I mean, if you think about the shopping annuity and what it is now, it's a financial vehicle, right? So when you're going to invest your money, you're going to invest it in what's going to give you the highest return on investment. Since the shopping annuity started, I've been talking about what's the highest ROI? Where are you going to get the highest return in your commission based upon your purchase? Every time you get started and you buy something through yourself, you're actually now investing that money into a compensation plan that's going to pay you back. What product is going to pay you back the highest return? Are you going to get something On a partner store, that gets you 2%, or you're going to get something from an exclusive product that gets you 80%. That's 40 times higher by using an exclusive product versus an affiliate product. So it's about return on investment and how much more you get back from the spend that you make.
You guys getting that? That's just basic business, right? Come on.
And also, guys, when you bring somebody into the business, they're going to do their fast start, but you want them thinking about what they're running out of, like what they can buy now, soon, and later, and give them a goal that in 90 days, they'll convert their household into Market America branded products.
Yep.
So now, so
And
very
what,
important.
And what Elizabeth said, it's about about having fun. So what Carl was talking about going in,
Oh, we're having
you know,
a blast.
I used to go around with stick-it Post-it notes, right? And I would go, and when I would be at people's house, I'd say, I got to use your bathroom. Just be aware I'm checking. And I had those little tiny Post-it notes, and I would put stuff on a negative product. I'd throw it in the trash can. I'd stick it in their toilet.
You know what I did when
Yeah.
we had those stickers? I used to put them on all the products that they can convert into MA
Right,
products
right.
in their house.
All right, so I feel like we should ask one more question to wrap it up. So, and I'm going to kind of combine two questions instead of asking the ones that are on the screen right now. So, all of us have teams, and I know and I see everybody on the stage doing stuff with their teams to help them. How are you tying it together? How are you supporting your team to maximize the shopping annuity as it relates to the business? Tying the business together with the shopping annuity. Whoever wants to go first, you can go first.
I'm gonna have it. This is really key for me because it's been my mindset from the beginning. So let's say the imprinting took place between JR and myself and the team, Michael Baptiste and other people. One of the things I've seen, and it happened over the last couple of months, but it's more, I want to shout out one of my team members because he's here tonight. There's a guy in my team who's a UBP coordinator in London, him and his wife, Mara Wakim, and his wife, Bianca. And Mara starts doing a lot of lives recently to promote the UBPs and stuff. But then I learned something years ago from my success coach, and she taught me this. Your income follows your personal growth. So as you grow personally, your income grows because you know more. You become more, like the Whiteheads were talking about being better to get bigger. You know more, you become more. So what I've seen Mara start doing, he started having these conversations with me. Now, I did a lot of work there, but what I've noticed, any member of the team can now, and it may not sound like the real thing to what you may be thinking, but if you apply this, it works. Let the imprinting be the shopping annuity. Let the DNA, the imprinting, be the shopping annuity. Our company is about the shopping annuity. The concept is the shopping annuity. The business model is the unfranchised business model with the MPCP that powers the shopping annuity. Can't work without a team, but you've got to have your team getting it in their minds that this is how we build the business. It's built on so he now is getting ready to start talking more about the shopping annuity on a bigger scale. And we got Samira that does it. She does Web Center, but she's all about BV. So Sarah Killenbeck, Web Center Trainer of the Year. There's so many people in the team. So now I am not the only person that is talking about the shopping annuity and doing the shopping annuity. It's been imprinted on every single member that comes in the team. And the duplication is happening naturally.
The question? Oh, I thought you might have been. I thought you wanted
He was
encouragement.
daydreaming.
He goes, say that again. I'm like, go ahead, Don. he meant like the question. I thought you needed like encouragement. Like so. All right. So
Is that how it goes to Stack
I was
Household?
like-
Encourage me.
yeah, it's like. Anyway. All right. So the question again is, how are you supporting your team and maximizing your group effort to maximize the shopping annuity and the unfranchised business, all of it together?
You know, it's funny. I actually started when I show the plan in homes. I actually started with my team and also in the one-on-ones, the two-on-ones, the base level plan showings. I actually started calling the management performance compensation plan the management performance and shopping annuity compensation plan, because when you think about it, that's what it is. You're getting compensated for managing a team, but also getting everybody to convert their spending and earning. It is one thing. The shopping annuity is not independent of the compensation plan. It is the compensation plan. So that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome.
You say, how do we help our team with, I look out here and I think back to when I started the business 10 years ago. We didn't have a mentor. We didn't have an upline that knew what they were doing. We basically, my wife Jody and I had to figure it out on our own. Elizabeth didn't know us. We're on her team now. Now we've become best of friends, but we didn't know each other. She didn't know us. I couldn't expect, I couldn't reach out to her and ask for help. So the shopping annuity for me was a vehicle to get me where I wanted to go. Even though we didn't know what we were doing, we figured it out. And I decided to help as many people as I could. And when I look out here right now at all of you that came here tonight, you've been in an arena all day. You're tired. You spent all day, but you're here. You're the people I want to help. And I know for a fact, let me just finish. I know I've spent enough time with this woman sitting next to me, Elizabeth Weber. She works with more people that are not economically connected to her than the ones that are, because the people that reach out to her, she can't say no. She can't. She wants to help everyone. And the reason I think I've been successful in this company, and I plan on being even super successful in the future, sometimes you can't focus on it, but you can always come back. Life's going to get in the way sometimes. Build it before you need it. But I'm telling you what, I'm 150% in right now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not stopping. I'm behind JR 100%, and I will help anyone in this room that wants to get to the level they want to get to. If I can help you, reach out to me and contact me.
I believe in JR's vision that the shopping annuity is going to change the world. I really, really do. And it's taken a while to come full circle, and it happened this weekend. And you'll see more people jumping pin levels in the next 6 months, just like they did at the beginning when we bought all that BV, right? Just like they did then. And now we have IBV, which is the ocean. So you got to spread the word. I mean, the shopping annuity sets us apart from everything and everyone. Totally sets us apart. So go out and spread the word.
Wait, before we wrap it up, I agree with Elizabeth. JR's vision is the future. He's never let any of us down. This is something that's never been done before, and I want to bring it back to the woman who organized all of this. Sarah Rostak and the team right now, they're making this happen, and I've never seen anything like it. I want to give her a standing ovation.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Yeah, thank you. We have an incredible team. I just want to say, our team is great, and there's a lot of people that work on the team that don't get any accolades. You don't hear about the Veronicas, the Vanyas, the John Tanners, the Kalpitas, the Nayanas, and I appreciate it. And and the people that work for Brady and Jean. And one of the things I do think is very, very, very important to share with everybody before we break is this: Mark, JR, Chris Petticord, all of the teams are working together, rowing in the same direction. We used to have a lot of teams of smart people, great people with big intentions that are working in these rooms, and everybody's developing cool stuff. And now we're all on the same ship, going the same way. And that's why you've seen more progress in 6 months than maybe 6 years. You know what I mean? So I want to just say thank you to the company, and thank you to you guys. We have to go out, spread the word, recruit, make it happen. Thank you guys.